Hello there! If you're watching this video, it's because you're thinking of starting One Piece soon. I'm making this video because when I started One Piece, there were a couple things that I wish that I knew before starting the anime, so I might as well pass on the information to other people. So I will be sharing these things with you to make your One Piece experience a lot smoother and much better. Now let's get right into it. The first thing we need to talk about is the length. So yeah, let's start off just with the sheer length of this series. As I'm making this video, there are about 1,030 episodes and 1,065 chapters out, more or less. So don't get discouraged by those numbers, because once you start getting into the story, you won't even notice how fast you're watching the series. The episodes and the chapters are going to fly by, you won't even notice. People usually argue that One Piece is too long. But the thing is, if the story and the content and everything about it is good, who cares how long the series is? If you really enjoy it, wouldn't you want to have more of it? So that's the argument that people make, is that it's too long. But realistically, if you fall in love with the story, you're going to want more and more and more. And if they keep delivering good arcs and good stuff, of course you're going to want more and watch it. So the length is not really a problem unless you don't like One Piece. If you don't like the story, it's about to be a long-ass anime. If not, if you like the story, then you're about to fall in love. The second thing that you need to know before watching One Piece is the fact that One Piece does in fact have fillers. One Piece being part of the big three, and just like the other two, so Bleach and Naruto, does in fact have fillers. One Piece has a lot less though, the number being like 9 or 10% of the whole series, compared to 41% of Naruto's episodes and 46% of Bleach's episodes. So like, go on Google and look up a website that has all of the One Piece episodes ranked based off of being filler or not. I'll put a website that I use in the description. I personally don't watch the filler. The story is already long enough. I'm not interested in random side arcs that do nothing to advance the plot. So always make sure you're watching canon episodes, is what I would recommend for you. But if you decide that you want to watch the filler, go ahead. Same thing for the movies. They're not canon at all. If you like One Piece that much, be my guest and watch all the fillers and the movies. The third thing that you absolutely need to know before watching One Piece is the fact that One Piece starts off really slow, and I personally think that it gets good after the Alabasta arc, which is somewhere between 80 and 100 episodes in. This is obviously more of a subjective opinion, but I had a hard time getting into One Piece because of all the episodes that came before the Alabasta arc. Everything kind of seemed just pretty boring to me, but after that the story starts getting really good and you're going to want to watch the whole thing in one shot. But it's like the first arc, so it also makes sense that they would not be the most interesting parts of the story yet. But still, there's tons of anime that start like with banger arcs and banger seasons. Again, like I said, this is just my opinion, and take it all with like a grain of salt. You may like the first arcs, and good for you. I envy you if that's the case, but it's obviously not the case for everybody. The fourth thing you need to know before watching One Piece is the fact that obviously you should be watching the series in sub. However, the dub is fine. Like, watch the anime sub, preferably, of course. It's all very well done. However, I've watched a couple episodes dubbed, and the dub is fine. Don't let people discourage you from watching dubbed content if that's what you prefer, and more importantly, if that's what you're comfortable with. I know at first that's what I did. Also, dub is like pretty useful when you can't look at your screen necessarily and all you can do is listen. So like, if you can't really see the subtitles, you're gonna have a hard time understanding Japanese if you don't speak Japanese, But like, as somebody who has watched the dub content, I think it's totally fine. I think it does it justice, and I don't think it's really as bad as other people seem to say the dub is. But again, you go off of your preferences. It's totally fine. You do whatever you want. The sixth thing that you need to know before watching One Piece is the fact that you should not binge this series. From what I've seen and from what I've been told, is that binge watching One Piece seems like a good idea, however it's not. Like, once you get invested to the story, you're going to finish everything, and before you know it, you're going to be all caught up. So either don't binge watch and take your time, or like take a break after every arc or something, so you don't speed run One Piece. Because the thing is, the second that you finish One Piece, you're going to be wanting more and more and more. But the thing is, every episode comes out every week. So you're going to be in that kind of loop of waiting for everything to be coming out slowly. So yes, like I just said, don't binge, take your time. One Piece is not going anywhere. The story is not even reasonably close to being finished, so take your time and enjoy every moment. The seventh and last thing that you need to know before watching One Piece is the fact that the manga is a lot faster. And what I mean by a lot faster is the fact that the pacing is a lot better in the manga. Something that really gets a lot of heat in the anime of One Piece is the fact that they always lengthen the shots and everything happens in the manga like way faster than the anime because like I just said, they lengthen the shots or they show so many reaction shots that you don't need to see or that aren't in the manga, and just they always like try to make every single shot longer to like extend the period of the anime. Especially another thing about the pacing is the fact that every episode has a recap of like 4 to 6 minutes at the beginning and has a preview of the next episode for like 2 minutes at the end. So already you have like 8 minutes gone and then you have the actual episode. So on top of that, if every single scene or everything is like made to be longer, it's going to take even longer and the pacing is going to be horrible. Again, that's just my opinion. Some people can deal with it. You might be able to deal with it, but personally, it's one of the things that pisses me off the most of One Piece. But it doesn't change the fact that I absolutely love One Piece and I'm still going to watch it without a problem. So there you have it, ladies and gents. All of the things that you need to know before watching One Piece. Hopefully you find this video useful. If you want to be a law-abiding citizen, make sure you subscribe to the law. By the way, I am the law. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.